Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are unsurprisingly getting Invincible SHAI GILGEOUS-ALEXANDER today as the final reward for these NBA finals, or just playoff challenges that 2K has been dropping for the past, well, couple months now, since they initially started it at the beginning of round one. So before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. And just first and foremost, I mean, I'm glad 2K didn't decide to do something stupid and give us like an invincible Case and Wallace or something like that. I don't think they ever really would have, but like give us somebody that we really didn't want and really weren't all that interested in as a community. I'm glad they decided to not do that to start with. I think that was probably a good decision. And I mean, hey, SHAI as an Invincible is obviously a pretty big name. That is kind of a pack seller. And so I'm glad that we got to see him as the free reward card. I mean, 2K could have done something screwy with this and they didn't, and that's good. Now that being said, the question with this SHAI card is going to be animations and seeing how elite they really are. He's 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, 99 stats basically across the board, of course, every single stat on 99. And then, I mean, he's got Legend, Deadeye, Limitless, Set Shot, Shifty, the four most important shooting badges. Has handles for days, Dimer, Lightning Launch, and Ankle Assassin, as well as Glove, On-Ball Menace, Layup Mixmaster, and Physical Finisher. I mean, I would say overall, really good Legend badges, 10 of the 12. Pretty important overall, and I mean, probably could be slightly better. I mean, if they gave him Posterizer instead of maybe Layup Mixmaster and maybe replaced Glove with Pick Dodger, I wouldn't complain. But honestly, these are good Legend badges. Everything else is on Hoff. 6'6" PG with 6'11" wingspan isn't bad. He's got a pretty good player build, and he's, I mean, AI-based Sexton Upper on very quick with Pro 2 Fade, Garland dribble styles, Francis size up, Kemba escape. He doesn't have the best behind the back. He doesn't have the best step back. I mean, and he still has the SHAI cross, which honestly is fine. The SHAI cross is really good. That is not going to be an issue. Lack of behind the back, lack of step back would be your two criticisms, really. And I think they're valid enough criticisms, but his jumper is improved now. He's got AI-based Sexton Upper on very quick. That is going to be as elite a jumper as it comes in my team. I mean, that's maybe not quite as good as a Patty Sexton, but AI's base is very fast, and Sexton Upper is the best upper in my team. So at the end of the day, you're gonna get yourself an elite level card. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's important, man. I think when you look at this card compared to the best point guards in the game, he is pretty much in almost every single way on the level of those top tier few point guards in my team. And that's a really good thing, all things considered. I would say, like, I think 2K's done a pretty good job here. Like, they definitely could have done a lot worse. That is what I would definitely say. Like, this is where they could have done so much worse, and they actually, I think, executed pretty well. So that is that's good, man. I mean, this is kind of what you wanted to see. This is definitely the I would say overall, this is what you've been looking for. This is kind of what we as a community were hoping would happen with this. This has definitely been executed properly. And I mean, look, here's the honest truth. I don't really know if this card is going to be the best. You know what I mean? He's not going to be probably better than the best few point guards in the game, and there are going to be people disappointed about this. But for 95% of the community, I really think, especially, I mean, at least not Glenn, 90% of the community, most people are going to have use for this card. And that's really kind of what you're looking for. I think 2K is really doing a pretty darn good job here. So what I'm actually going to do real quickly is I'm going to pull up over on in 2K. We're going to real quickly just take a look at SHAI's animations, and we're going to mess with them just a little bit, because I do want to take a look real quickly at what he actually is as a player. So we're going to change his SIGs a little bit and his animations, and this is something you can do just to test out a card if you want to, like, ever go out there and test the card intentionally without having to actually without having to buy the card. Obviously you can do a lot of that here, which is honestly really cool. So we can try to see if we can find Colin Sexton Upper in here. You might have to adjust his height to do this, but you can find, I want to at least test the release and the SIGs basically. So y'all give me like a minute. It'll be less than that for y'all, but we're gonna go figure this out real quick, and we're gonna test out his animations and see what the card is looking like there, because I really think this card has a lot of potential. It's hard to see what a jumper we're getting on him, but let me go get his animations proper, and then I will be right back, and we will take a look at this. We will take a look at this SHAI card. Alrighty, so we actually did manage to get this card properly animationed, and now we're gonna go into freestyle quickly and just see what those animations look like. This is not statistically the perfect card, but with Francis size up, he does kind of have a behind the back. And then obviously he's got Kemba escape as well, and he's got Garland dribble style. So there's some movement there, but the jumper is what makes this card special. Really good base with a spectacular upper. I know SHAI's behind the back isn't absolutely spectacular, and we also have the meter on because we're in my NBA and it gets turned on automatically in there, but you're gonna have Sexton upper with Pro 2 fade. You're gonna have this elite level base and jump shot combo that's really quick and really smooth, and that's one of the biggest things is his jumper is going to make him a super valuable 3 hunter even without having perfect sigs. I don't think you're gonna miss the behind the back quite as much, really. And honestly, I don't mind Kemba behind the back at all. I mean, I don't think that the behind the back is really that big of an issue. It's not quite as good as probably a couple of the other ones, but it's still a behind the back that can get the job done. And does he have dunks? Oh, they did give him dunks too. The other thing that's really nice about this card, like in freestyle, he's not going to have great dunks just because I'm using the base SGA, but he has really, really good dunk animations added as well. So there's a lot of things 2K tweaked about this card that's really a big positive. Are his sigs absolutely perfect in every single way? No. Am I that concerned that he doesn't have Levine step back, De'Aaron Fox crossover, and Trey behind the back? Really, no. Especially, I mean, De'Aaron Fox crossover is probably the best crossover in the game, right? But SHAI cross is not that far behind. It is a quick change of direction that is very, very effective in tight spaces and can be used in a lot of ways. And that shot is just, it's just elite, man. I mean, this is a card that really can now come off of screens and be a impact scorer. He's got the Pro 2, he's got the Francis, and I mean, I'm just struggling to shoot right now, but this card is definitely he is an elite level scorer for sure, with the ball in his hands, without the ball in his hands. However you want to look at it, this is going to be one of the best scorers in my team, and honestly, 2K deserves a lot of credit, I feel like, for executing this card properly. That's an encouraging start, or not encouraging start, but it's encouraging continuation, I feel like, to what we've seen lately. Because if you look at like an attainable lineup now, just real quickly, I mean, 2K's done a pretty good job recently. You buy SHAI, you have SHAI for free, you grind him out, you get, say, Denny Avdia, you buy him off the auction house. Shooting guard position, you've been grinding for the last month or so, and you got Cedric Maxwell for free, and we'll say you got Richard Jefferson for free too. Two players who were extremely attainable from the festival. Your small forward position, you got Purvis Ellison, who is cheap, and you got Joe Smith, who's slightly less cheap but is still very cheap, like 25K. Power forward position, let's say you were season 6, you got low 40, you got Tim Duncan, and you just got from the exchange to Kemba Mutombo. And then center position, you've been saving your MT, and you just had to spend a little bit of MT at your center position. Got a couple of slightly more expensive cards, although you can still get them both for like 400K MT in Opal Wimby and Dark Matter Rick Switz. This type of team is extremely realistic for a lot of the community to have. And this is the type of team that can compete against the top tier squad in my team, without a shadow of a doubt. A lot of people are going to have a lot better team than this because of unsellable pulls or 300 overalls or whatever else it may be. And I think this is the one area where 2K's done a really good job recently. They really have. And you can build a very attainable squad here. And having a guy like this SHAI, who is absolutely an attainable point guard, entirely free, just have to be dedicated enough to spend the 20, however many hours, 20 something hours ish, to complete all the challenge groups. And if you're willing to do that, then hey, you got yourself one of the better point guards in the game for free, with one of the best jumpers in the game. Really good half court movement, with the exception of the behind the back. And I think he's one of the better point guards in the game, and I think that's really what 2K needed to do here, was execute this well. They didn't completely blow it like they did with Paul George by any means. Do I wish he had a behind the back? Sure. Do I think it's going to prevent him from being a super solid point guard option still? Absolutely not. So I am overall relatively encouraged by this. I think 2K did a pretty good job. I'm excited to use this SHAI card myself. I think a lot of y'all probably are too. So we'll have gameplay coming later today. We'll see how the challenge group to get him actually ends up looking. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.